Alright, what is up guys? Steven Smith here, bringing you another fitness video. And in today's video I'm going to talk a bit about my morning routine and what I do every single morning just to get some work in before I start my day. So I used to be really consistent by doing 100 push-ups every morning, and I was doing abs, I was doing all sorts of other things. I was running around, I was doing head, I was stretching, and then I kind of tapered off because that became a lot of work. 100 push-ups every morning was getting to the point where it was just not fun, and then I was getting busier, so I didn't really have time to do it. So I just ended up not doing it anymore. And if you want to get your workout in the morning, you need to make sure it fits your schedule, which is what I was not doing. So in this video I'm going to talk about what I'm doing now, which has been much more sustainable and makes a whole lot more sense. It's also really easy to get started with because it's not a huge commitment. This is a really great strategy if you don't have time in the morning or you don't really feel like working out in the mornings. So all I do is, depending on how much time I have in the morning, so let's say 10-15 minutes, I'll set a timer for that long. And I'll have the timer on my iPad or something where I can see it, and I'm just going to do what I can in that 15 minutes. Now within those 15 minutes I'm going to do all sorts of different exercises. I'll show you a couple here now. To get started, I'll start with some dynamic stretches. The dynamic stretch is just to start getting some blood flow into your joints, start waking you up. It's a really easy way to start moving a little bit in the morning. After I go from the dynamic stretch, I'll start doing some high knees, some other jogging exercises, butt kicks, and then as I get more warmed up, I'll keep going, jumping jacks, ski jumps, and after that I'll start doing some squats. As that gets better, I'll do some squat jumps, and I just slowly progress. And if at any point I feel like I'm doing too much, I'll just go back a step, go back to jogging, go back to stretching, or just pace around the room. The point of the 15 minutes is that you want to be moving the entire time. You don't want to be sitting, unless you're stretching. Stretching is okay. But the idea is to just move, work out, depending on how you feel. Another important thing is that I don't look at any devices during these 15 minutes. I can put on music on my headphones, but I won't look at my phone, I won't look at my computer, I won't look at any work, I won't do anything like that. All I'm gonna do and spend my time with in those 15 minutes is work out. And here's some more other ideas for you guys to do. After I've done my first warm-up part, assuming I'm feeling good, I'll usually drop down and do some push-ups. I try to accumulate as many as I can in that 15 minutes. As I'm re-implementing it, so I'm not quite hitting 100 every day, but I'm building it back up, and that's going to be the goal again. Along with the push-ups, I'll do different variations. As you can see, I'm doing these push-ups where I bring down to my elbows and I come back up. I'll do all sorts of different variations. Now the idea of different push-up variations is that you can do the different muscles and that you won't just do your chest. Now in between sets of push-ups, I won't do them all in a row like that. I would do some abs. So here I'm doing Russian twists. Now with my ab exercises, I'll do 5 or 6 or so, and each one will be 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So I'll have my timer, or well, like we already said, we had the timer at the beginning, so I'll just watch the timer for that 5 or 6 minutes where I'm doing that high intensity intervals. If you're just getting started, you can just do 2 or 3 exercises and do it with 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, or 35, 25, something that fits what you're doing. But the idea is to do a little bit of ab work. Now some other exercises I'll do is I have this ladder in my basement. I'll squeeze it. I'll do these isolated holds where I'm pinching the ladder together. I'll turn it around and try and pull it apart. Now it's a really solid ladder, so I can't move it at all, and I'm not breaking it because I've been doing it for a while. But it's really good to test sort of your max strength, and then you have to hold it for a few seconds. So it can actually be a pretty good workout and have some good strength building effects. Another thing I like to do is I'll pick up a kettlebell and I'll just kind of swing it around, do a couple of curls, Just hold it, push over my head, whatever I feel like. Hold with my arms straight, and just do a little bit of movement with the kettlebell. That adds a little bit of extra resistance and kind of makes things a little more interesting. All right, and one of the last things I'll do, or even something that I'll do in between when I'm resting, between maybe like a HIIT cycle and push-ups and I'm not quite ready to do either again, then I'll just sit down at the bottom of the squat and I'll stretch it out. I'll move my legs a little bit. I might do the splits, do some other static stretching. So like I said at the beginning, we did dynamic stretching, which we're moving around to get the blood flowing. And then at the end, I'll do my static stretches where I'm just sitting and letting, my body stretch. All right, so that's about it. Now, I don't do every single thing every time because it would take a whole lot more than 15 minutes to be able to collect, a couple rounds of the abs thing, to stretch, to do 100 push-ups. 100 push-ups in 15 minutes is a bit of a challenge for a lot of people anyway. So it's not that intense, and you just kind of go as you feel. But the point is, you're not looking at your phone, you're not sitting and doing nothing, and this 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes if you have the time, is just whatever you can do. Okay, I've given you a few ideas that you can work through. Of course, you see other stuff on Instagram or YouTube, and maybe there's some things that you want to try, or other things that you've done before in your morning workouts or in your body weight workouts. That's a great thing to do as well. Just kind of cycle it around, make it interesting, and 15 minutes is all it takes. You can also do it in less time. If you only have 5 minutes, that's fine. Do 5 minutes and try to make it as intense as possible. There's a few different intensities you can do. You could do a nice light warm-up, or you can have your goal to be sweating by the end. So it doesn't really matter what you do in that 15 minutes, but you have to be sweating at the end for that one, which would just mean no rest and just a lot of exercises back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All right, so thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, on this channel I'm going to be talking about Olympic weightlifting, which is my sport. I'm going to do some calisthenics, which is it's kind of something I really like, and then a whole lot of strength training, along with some other fitness and other tips within that realm. I'm also going to be documenting my own progress in the Olympic lifts, strength training. I've got really big goals for my fitness life, and I'm going to be trying to put out as much of it as I can on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see some of that. Give me a like if this helped, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.